Good morning. I am almost packed up. I've got almost everything in here. Just kind of going through my food and figuring out what I'm going to have for the day. And then it's time to hit the trail. One thing about spending the night in a gap is that the next day you have to climb, like immediately. So I have like a 1.5 mile climb. So it's not too horrible. It's just 1.5 miles, but it is pretty steep. So, yeah, it's gonna wake me up for sure. I already had my breakfast, so that helped. But yeah, it's like your body's just trying to adjust to hiking, just getting up and moving. And so it's like you're immediately put into this whole like hard. Your body's like, what are you doing? I didn't even get a chance to, slide into it. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna start this climb. So here's the campsite I could have stayed at, which is pretty nice. A lot of pine trees. Yeah, but 1.5 miles, 1.1 with carrying water. And then look over here. Look, there's this like Christmas tree. I read that it's a memorial for a father whose son died. I don't know if you can see it, the sun. Oh. Oh. I guess there's a it's like you can ride in it or something. Oh, look little. Oh. All right, I've got 0.4 left of up, and then I get to go down for a little bit. Obviously, this is not my only up for the day. I think there's several, but at least I get to go down for a little bit, which is kind of nice. I kind of like, getting a rest between your feet and your lungs. So. And I did just check my service, and there's actually service up here, actually pretty good service. So if you stay up here, it's an awesome campsite. You got good service, you just don't have water. You have to carry your water. So that's the only downside to this area, unfortunately. This is pretty cool. Spruce fir forest. We're almost to the top of Unaka mountain. This is nice. I do love these pine trees like this, or fir trees, I guess. I think these are fir trees. I really don't know. Now I'm going down into the sunlight. Another pretty rocky trail so far. Yeah, it's pretty rocky through here. But it's not super steep down, so that's good. So my goal today, or the attempted goal, is to get to Clyde think it's Clyde Smith's shelter. I forgot the name of it. And that's about 14 miles for today. So that's pretty good, you know, a little bit more miles. Not anything crazy yet, but the train's going to start getting a little easier. I'm going to try to do some bigger miles over the next, like in a day or two. I think I'm only about a week out from Damascus. So, I mean, like 7 days from Damascus. It's crazy. And I have it figured that I'll be at Grayson Highlands like within like 10 days, 11 days. And I could be there sooner, but I'm going to slow down just for Jerry because he's going to come out and see me. And I'm going to take probably a couple zeros to spend with him because it may be the last time I see him until I come back to Virginia. But I think that's where I'll probably try to get off the trail around there. Like, I just kind of wanted to get to Grayson Highlands. I just want to see the ponies. So, I think around that point, I'll probably try to get off trail and go up north. So, yeah, that's a plan. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Like I just like to have some kind of a goal for the day, at least just to give me something either to work toward getting to or just to kind of gauge my day. I mean, it'll just really also depend on how I feel and I don't know, just different factors. But most likely that's where I'll end up. But we'll see. I mean, the nice thing is there's always usually some kind of campsite spot or something you can set up if you need to. I just like to always be near the water if I can and have signal. That's like my 2 goals for where I stay. Now this is the kind of terrain I like. Oh man, this is awesome right here. Well, I made it down to the Cherry Gap shelter, and this looks like there's some pretty good tenting around here. Yeah, this would have been a nice, if I now kind of, and there is actually a pop spring here. Man, this would have been a nice spot to stay. This is a good tent spot right here. I mean, this is super smooth and flat. Yeah, nice little spot here. Well, I've decided just to go ahead and take a break right here at this campsite that's at this shelter. I've got 9 miles to the next shelter, which is where I was kind of aiming for. I was trying to look on the comments to see, you know, doesn't sound like there's a very reliable water source. Well, there is, but it's like far, like you have to go pretty far down to get to it. There's a tent site at 8 miles. There's a fly. Oh man, the flies are crazy. Oh my God, get off. All right, hold on. Crazy flies. Good gracious. Anyway, but there was a nice gentleman here who's day hiking who lives in the area. And so he was just kind of telling me some stuff about where I'll be hiking. I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to keep hiking and see where I end up. I don't know yet. Who knows today? But I will say this shelter area does not have cell service at all. Like, no, it was no service. So I'm kind of glad I didn't stay for that reason. That's power ups. This is what they look like. They're just like tiny little. Yep. First view of the day. Well, I've made it to Iron Mountain Road. 6 miles to that shelter. Kind of like to call Jerry. Debating on. I'm gonna take another break here just beside the road, eating some dried apricots before I start climbing. Man, I'm just slow right now. I don't know why. I mean, I don't feel bad or anything. I don't know. Just not hiking very fast. Not that I've ever really hiked fast, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I try to call Jerry, but signal isn't good here, so I guess I'll have to wait. I don't even know what state I'm in right now. I don't know if I'm in North Carolina or Tennessee right now. It's always interesting how rocks can do that, just like lean but don't fall. I guess because they're growing in the ground, but still. And I am riding the struggle bus. I've got 2.6 to, I think, the campsite I'm going to stay at. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to the shelter. The campsite has water. I don't know. I'm going to wait till I get there and then find out. There's another campsite before that, 1 mile from here, on Iron Mountain. But there's no water. So I'm not going to stay there. But I thought I thought about cooking there, but I don't have enough water to cook. And the water source is after it, so oh well. But man, I'm pooped. Yeah, I'm pooped. It's been quite a bit up, and there was like a really steep up earlier. Like I kept thinking, I don't know if I'm in North Carolina or Tennessee. And when I went up that, I was like, yeah, I think I'm in North Carolina. I mean, I saw a sign on a tree that said North Carolina game lands like this morning, so yeah, because North Carolina is the one that's got all the straight ups without any switchbacks or anything. This is kind of a nice little spot with the rocks. I don't have to worry about looking behind me to see what bear's gonna get me. I know, I gotta stop talking about that. I'm just being funny, really trying to be funny. I do have signal right here though. So I think I'm going to try to call Jerry. I haven't been able to call him all day. Oh, man, Alright, this is the top of Iron Mountain. That's the campsite. But there's no water, so and I want to get a little further down the trail if I can. I've made it to Greasy Creek Gap, and there's water here. There's actually a tent spot. I'm almost tempted to just stay here. Let's check this out. Yeah, that's a pretty good tent spot right there. Okay, so somehow I missed that campsite. There was like a grassy area with what looked like a campfire ring. Maybe that was it. But, I mean, it didn't look like it would hold a whole bunch of tents. But anyway, I didn't think that was it, so I kept going. So now I'm half a mile from the shelter. So, it looks like the shelter area it is. 2 deer took off to the woods as I was hiking. Scared the crap out of me. I got my tent set up here at the Clyde Smith shelter area. And then there's a couple other hikers here. There's a guy that's tanning. He has a Z-Pax duplex too. And then there's a guy hammocking. I had to go get my water. It was 2/10 of a mile straight downhill. It was so rough. I mean, luckily it was a pipe stream, so it was a good water source. But man, it was hard to like get that water. My feet are killing me. All right, I'm hungry. I want to go eat. Go to the up to the eating area and eat. All right, I have my food percolating in this in my little koozie here, my little butterfly koozie. But I'm having a ginger sesame tuna with some kind of teriyaki lo mein. So I'm kind of excited about it. There's my lo mein pasta. It's not quite done, but I'm going to eat it anyway. Well, I am in my tent now. Had my dinner. Got everything put away. I got a nice flat spot. So I'm going to turn in. I'm going to try to edit some video a little bit. And then I did get to talk to Dre for a little bit, which was nice. So I'm going to turn in, and I think tomorrow's going to be a pretty cool day. There's going to be, I think, a lot of balds I go over. So I may actually try to stay on one of the balds. We'll see. I need to see what the weather's supposed to be, but I think it's supposed to be nice all week. So anyway, until tomorrow.